Hey, John Nichols, this is Paul Cundiff. I wanted to, I know at one time you were talking about perhaps getting a cruiser to set on dry land and use it as like an Airbnb. So I can't get very far away from this one. I can't get on the ground here after a while, but so this is I have to look the year up. Let's see, but mid 60s. 32 foot, and of course there's a deck hatch up here. The structure for the deck, this outer structure, I'll show it to you from underneath. It needs at least a plank, or needs to have that plank covered up, the damage covered up, some rot damage, and there's a shelf, what they call a shelf board underneath all this. And that shelf board is pretty well gone. But if nobody's standing on the deck and you're not bumping into stuff because it's sitting in the yard, it might not be a bad deal. So anyway, it looks pretty good from the outside here. I'm gonna just go ahead and go inside with it with you. I'll also give you an update on the Seamaid as well shortly. So, but I wanted to show you this. We're going to get ownership of this one way or the other, whether we want it or not. Typically, I mean, if we were to have to destroy this, it's a liability. And basically, the guy dumped it on us. I don't think he had any intention ever of having us restored. I think it was a matter of the boat had partially sunk in the marina, and of course it partially sunk because there's cross members between the fingers in the marina, and it sat down on the cross members. Okay, all right. So the teak back deck, and of course we would pull the engines out. One engine won't even turn. The other engine was full of water, and we managed to get the water out of the oil. The deck is actually, you see that space, that deck is actually sat down on top of the engine on both sides. So you'll have to shore up the deck. And we pull the engines out, but that's one thing you'll have to do is shore up the decks. Down in here, of course, they had some hardwood floor down at one time. This is a pretty good step down into here, but it actually has a little window shaker air conditioner that they did nicely with a little, looks like a little teak on top. Maybe that's oak, but anyway. And then a cooking, there we go, a cooking area here. On this other side is a head, and then of course a V-berth. The dinette also makes, the dinette could be converted to a bed, but you're probably just going to have two people stay in this. So the bow bed, there's an insert that goes in the center here and makes that a longer bow bed. Or of course, this can be, this is bunk beds here. This could be used as a bed also. So I'm gonna step down in here and start the video up again.